You ever notice how some people just have like the perfect word for everything? It's like they've got this secret vocabulary that makes them sound super smart.
Yeah.
Well, good news, because today we're unlocking that secret vocabulary.
Sounds good.
We're doing a deep dive into 33 advanced English words, phrases, and idioms for everyday conversations.
Oh, nice.
We're going to cover 11 words, 11 phrases, and 11 idioms.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is,
Yeah.
but it's going to be fun, and you'll be able to impress all your friends.
I like it.
Okay, so let's start with words.
Okay.
We're not going to bore you with basic definitions that you can find anywhere.
Right.
We're going to focus on the good stuff, you know.
That's the juicy stuff.
Exactly, the juicy stuff. So, like, take the word meticulous.
Okay.
Sure, it means being careful and precise.
Right.
But there's more to it than that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when you think about a meticulously crafted argument or a meticulously planned event, it just gives us this impression of competence, you know?
Like you really know what you're doing.
Exactly, like you've mastered it.
Yeah, I see
It
that.
can also be a little bit tricky.
How so?
Well, because sometimes that meticulousness can turn into perfectionism.
Yeah, too much of a good thing.
Right, and then it's not so good anymore.
There's that saying, perfect is the enemy of good.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to a word I absolutely love. Serendipity.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's more than just those happy little accidents, you know?
Yeah, it's about being open to those moments, recognizing them when they happen.
It's like having that curious mindset, like being willing to go with the flow.
Definitely.
Have you ever, like, changed your plans last minute and it led to something amazing?
Oh, all the time. Actually,
Yeah.
some of my best discoveries happened because I was open to detours in my research.
It's like those detours, those unexpected turns, they reveal something new.
Yeah, about ourselves, about the world around us.
Exactly. Okay, last word for this round. Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
It's all about things being fleeting, you know, temporary.
Yeah, especially relevant these days.
Right, like think about the internet and social media.
It's all so fast-paced.
One day something's trending, the next day it's gone.
Makes you wonder if anything really lasts anymore.
It does, doesn't it? It's like we're always chasing the next big thing.
And maybe missing out on what's right in front of us.
Maybe. So
Hmm.
out of these 3 words, which one speaks to you the most?
That's a tough one.
It is. They're all so good.
I think for me, it's serendipity.
Oh, good choice. I love that one too.
Yeah, it's just such a beautiful concept. You know, being open to the unexpected.
Totally. And who knows what amazing things we might discover along the way.
Exactly.
All right, so we've tackled some awesome words.
We have.
Now get ready because we're about to level up.
Oh.
We're moving on to phrases.
Okay, bring it on.
All right, so we crushed those words.
We did some good word crushing.
We did.
Yeah.
Now get ready because we're moving on to phrases.
Oh, yeah. Phrases, those are fun.
They are. And they're not just a bunch of words strung together, you know?
Right. They've got history, imagery, culture baked right in.
Exactly like they tell a story.
A story in just a few words.
Ooh.
I love it.
Me too. Okay, let's start with a classic. Bite the bullet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It means facing something unpleasant head on, right?
Yeah, but the origin story is what really makes it fascinating.
Oh, totally. You know where it comes from.
From back in the day before anesthesia, when surgeons would have patients literally bite down on a bullet during surgery.
Can you imagine the pain?
I know, it's wild, right? Talk about facing something difficult.
It gives the phrase a whole new meaning.
It does, doesn't it?
Right,
Like
so-
you can
yeah.
really feel the weight of it.
And you can use it for so many things.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like giving a presentation, cleaning out your closet, anything you're dreading.
Exactly. It's like, just got to do it, get it over with.
Bite the bullet and move on. Okay, let's switch gears completely.
Okay, are we coming?
Let's talk about accuracy, precision, hitting the mark.
Hitting the mark. I like it.
And the phrase that perfectly captures that, hit the nail on the head.
Yes, when someone just gets it completely.
Right. They say exactly what you were thinking but couldn't quite articulate.
It's like they read your mind.
Totally.
Yeah.
But of course, the opposite can happen too.
Oh, yeah, when someone misses the mark completely.
It's like their advice or whatever just falls flat.
And it can even make things worse sometimes.
It's a reminder that good communication is about more than just words.
It's about understanding the other person's perspective, finding that connection.
Well said. Okay, now for a phrase that's super relevant in our world today. Jumping on the bandwagon.
Oh, the bandwagon. Everyone's doing it.
Right. And it's kind of a double-edged sword.
How so?
Well, on one hand, we all want to belong to be part of something bigger.
Yeah, that sense of community is powerful.
It is. But then there's that other side, the conformity, you know?
Like, when does following the crowd become a problem?
Exactly. When you stop thinking for yourself, just blindly follow along.
So it's about being aware of your motivations, right?
Totally. Are you doing because you genuinely believe in it?
Or just because everyone else is?
Right. It's a good thing to think about.
Okay, last phrase for this round. And it involves a little bit of secrecy.
Ooh, I like secrets. Me too. The phrase is, let the cat out of the bag.
Ah, yes, spilling the beans.
Exactly. But knowing when to spill them and when to keep quiet, that's the key.
It is. It's about discretion, knowing when to speak up and when to hold back.
And sometimes letting the cat out of the bag, even if it's uncomfortable, can be the right thing to do.
Absolutely. Like if it's a matter of ethics or safety.
Right.
It's all about finding that balance.
Finding that balance between honesty and discretion.
Exactly. And that's not always easy.
Nope. It's a delicate dance.
All right. Get ready for the grand finale. We're talking idioms.
Idioms. Oh, yeah. Those are fun.
They're like little linguistic puzzles.
They are like little mysteries.
But once you crack the code,
you unlock a whole new level of expression.
Exactly. Yeah. They make your conversation so much more colorful and engaging.
So true. Okay. What's our first idiom?
Let's talk about breaking the ice.
Ah, classic. We've all been there.
Right. You're meeting someone new, and it's kind of awkward at first.
That silence those first few moments. Exactly. You need a way to ease the tension, get the conversation flowing.
And that's where breaking the ice comes in.
It could be a compliment, a funny observation, anything to get things started.
I like to ask open-ended questions about their interests or hobbies.
That's a good one. I usually go for humor.
Humor always works.
A little self-deprecating humor can go a long way.
People appreciate that.
Okay, let's move on to an idiom that captures those tough decisions. Caught between a rock and a hard place.
Ooh, that was relatable.
It is, isn't it? Like you're stuck with no good options.
Every choice has a downside.
It can be so paralyzing. What do you do when you feel like that?
Sometimes just talking it out with someone helps.
Yeah, just getting that outside perspective.
It can really clarify things, or at least make you feel less alone.
For sure. Okay, last idiom for today, and it's a bit ominous. On thin ice.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
It is. It's that feeling of being on the verge of messing up.
Like one wrong move and it's all over.
Exactly. It often comes up when trust has been broken or expectations haven't been met.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And it connects back to that idea of meticulousness.
Right. Being too meticulous can make you afraid to make mistakes.
Afraid to take risks.
Exactly. It's all about balance, isn't it?
Always about balance.
So that wraps up our deep dive into advanced vocabulary.
Wow, we covered a lot.
We did, from single words to phrases to idioms.
And hopefully our listeners are feeling inspired to upgrade their vocabularies.
And remember, it's not just about sounding smart.
Right. It's about expressing yourself in a more powerful and authentic way.
Exactly. So go out there and use those new words, phrases, and idioms.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Have some fun with it.
And who knows, maybe someday you'll be the one coining the next break the ice.
I like it. The power of language is always evolving.
So true. So keep exploring, keep playing with words, and most importantly, keep those conversations flowing.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's a wrap on our deep dive.